Starts now. Welcome back and thank you for joining us. The vision of the viable rail system for Nigeria's commercial hub, Lagos, is about to be realized. The Lagos State government has taken delivery of new coaches from the United States for the Red Line rail system. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, said the delivery is in line with the state government's determination to deliver the Red Line rail system by the first quarter of 2023. And according to him, the Target Series 8 trains consisting of 2 train sets of 21 cars are projected to carry more than 1,500 passengers from Agbado to Oyingbo, with the journey taking less than 30 minutes. A very proud moment for Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his administration.
Yeah, very, very epoch-making moment, I must say. And you know, it's a dream come true for not just the governor, but the entire administration. Yet another of the blueprints of Lagos as outlined years back under the able leadership of the then governor, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has been delivered. And if you look at the importance of this project, you will understand what idea Sanwo-Olu, Fashola, Tinubu and others have of Lagos. If you can move that number of people from Lagos, internal Lagos, like Oyingbo, to the outskirts of the city, on the fringe of Ogun State, like Agbado, then you understand the ease. You will also understand the impact this will have on the gridlocks. Lagos is known
Very
for.
important.
A whole number of road users will have the opportunity of using the train, dropping their cars, not taking public buses. So that's, you are taking a huge chunk of the people who use the road. And the road is free. You can imagine if people, a good number of people who lives in Agbado, Songo, Kola, Abule Egba, down this way, would leave their cars when coming to Lagos, knowing fully where they can get off the train at places like Oshodi and Co. You would understand, Mushin, Oshodi, they'll get off the train to their destination easily. It's going to free the road, one. That's also job creation.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are going to work in this setup, in the cabins, in the offices, the ticketing, name it. Jobs are going to be created, not just in Lagos, along all the routes. There will be trained men who will raise the flag, who will do this, administrators, operators, engineers, other artisans who also have jobs. So, you see, you will understand that there are just some things we need to do to bring about development. When you have leadership that understands what is to be done and has the willpower
To do it.
the political willpower to get it done, our problems are halfway solved. When Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in 1999, he was elected in 1998, they were going to resume in 1999. He asked that a blueprint. He didn't just sit down and start writing it himself. He got people. Let's have a long-term blueprint to make Lagos work. He knew then that he was not going to stay in office forever. He knew he was not going to stay in office, but he wanted a station whereby even after he might have left office, Lagos will still work. And it is a dividend of his thoughtfulness, a dividend of his foresight that we are seeing today. He looked beyond the moment. And he didn't just leave office and expect things to happen.
All right.
He remained actively involved in the politics of his party, and the way and manner leaders emerged for East Lagos, our Lagos, the Lagos of his dream and our desires. And that is why today it's almost as easy as it is to govern Lagos. You come in, follow the blueprint, be dedicated to delivering services to the people, and you get the job done. So it's really a huge achievement for Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu bringing this on the table at his own time.
All right, Tony, aside from the congestion of Lagos roads, another thing I took away from this is the opportunity to train our local engineers and at the same time equipping our young people with the requisite skills.
Yes. I commend the governor, first and foremost. I commend the state government, most especially, for taking this initiative, a bold initiative, compared to what federal government, about 37 kilometers. Do you know what that means for a rail line? So it's huge. The government, just as he said, successive government comes in, look at that blueprint and follow it. The present governor came, and he could have abandoned, he could have, turned the other way. But he knows the importance of that road to Lagosians, of that rail line to Lagosians. And because conveying 500,000 people on a daily basis, it's not a joke. A lot of people are going to get involved. Just as I said, engineers, a lot of people are going to get jobs from this. But most importantly, the Lagosians are going to be, going to enjoy it. They're going to enjoy it. They're going to take up the weight from the roads, the traffic. You wake up in the morning, you want to get to work early, and you get to work early because you're no longer trapped in traffic. It's a whole. There's no other way you look at this without, giving kudos to the state government, and most especially the governor, because he's the one spearheading this. It's a new day. It's a new day, especially when it comes to transportation. He has done excellently well. We're going to talk about the inner city buses, the mini buses that they were introduced some months back, or the waterways. The boats, the water transportation in Lagos, and on a daily basis. Because Lagos is a huge city. The population is so high, it's too much. It can't actually quantify the number of people in Lagos until we do maybe another census. But it's like a mini Nigeria. So when things like this are going on, you hardly see it. You hardly see it. But he's making a huge contribution to the well-being of Lagosians, especially in this area, transportation, most especially. Things are going on. And with this rail transportation, I can't just wait to see how it's going to operate. And
it's a picture of the coaches.
Yeah, this is. No state can do this in Nigeria. I don't think so. No state
I
can do it.
Other states.
No.
Maybe to emulate it.
Let them emulate.
No, maybe for now. No, I don't think so. No, maybe Rivers, but no other state can do that.
It's not something that.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's capital.
It's really huge. It takes a lot of planning. It's not something you wake up one day. You have to lay. Absolutely. Have you been to Yaba? The effort going on in that place to lay the train track.
All the way to Lagos Island.
To Lagos Island, down to our own mainland here, on the way to
my two
Agbado,
first stack all the way down.
Kola,
Maza.
It's a kind of thing a federal government will be doing elsewhere.
Do you think it's federal government handling that project?
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Let's quickly talk politics. More and more party tickets and primaries are being decided by the courts. One of these is the disputed All Progressives Congress APC senatorial ticket for Yobe North. The Federal High Court sitting in Damaturu, the state capital, has ordered APC and Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to recognize Bashiru Machina as the candidate of the party for the zone. The presiding judge, Justice Fadima Murtala Aminu, nullified the parallel primary election that produced the Senate President, Ahmad Lawan, on the 9th of June and ordered the APC to forward the name of Machina to INEC as the authentic winner of the primary election held in May. Dari, is this a case of double jeopardy for Senate President Ahmad Lawan?
No, I don't think so. That's the jeopardy. There's no double jeopardy. It's just democracy at play. First, I must hope that this is the end of this matter. I just hope it. Yes. The judgment can be appealed.
He says it's no longer appealing.
Then I congratulate him that he's been a wonderful sportsman. And that's sportsmanship. That's worthy of emulation. Is it? And then we don't know what for us is. This is no victory, no vanquish. And I explain. It's not a victory for Machina. Neither is it a loss or a defeat for the Senate President Lawan. It's actually victory for our democracy. Somehow we've been able to deepen our knowledge of our own laws. What will happen if you contest 2 elections at the same time? This is one. We've been able to establish that. Then it's been defined again. What is the interpretation of who a placeholder is? Was Machina a placeholder? The court has been able to tell us that in his own circumstance, no, he wasn't. He was duly elected. So we now understand better. Even when you see somebody trying to do the same thing next time, we tell you, look, this will end in nothing for you. We've seen it before. So there is need for us to understand our own laws. There is need for us to understand our democratic. You see, it's a process. Democracy itself is a continuous process. We get to understand it better by the day.
Every day.
And if we don't try or test these things in court, we may not get the best of understanding. Now we understand this. And the Senate President has realized that, look, why should I waste people and the court's time? If the court at this level, I say it belongs to this young man, so be it. What happened? Trace the antecedents. That was a primary. The Senate President lost the presidential ticket. Then there was another primary. Should the party have held another primary? The court just told us no. So next time, we won't go that route again, obviously. There are still others like that to be decided. Let's see the outcome of those ones too.
All right.
So it's good for our democracy. That's just it.
All right, Tony. Before Ahmed Lawan decided not to appeal, I would have loved to ask if he had a choice.
Yeah, for me, he has no choice, of course. In this case, he has no choice. Just as Ari said, Machina won the election. That's what the court said. But if he had wanted to, proceed to appeal court, I mean, it's his choice, But I commend him for standing up this and say today and say enough, that it's okay with it. He has to move on. We're continuing to do his best for his people, on a personal level. As a politician, there's no need pursuing that case in court. So I commend him. And another thing, we keep learning every day. We keep testing our constitution, and we discover new things. I mean, you cannot contest for this and contest for it. It has to be one. We can't leave this, fail this, and jump there. I mean, it's not done. We saw all this coming, but I mean, let the court decide. And I'm happy the court finally decided, and the result is here, crystal clear to everyone. It's a lesson for tomorrow. You're going for a particular office, face it. You face it squarely and allow other person. And secondly, after a while, give some people opportunity to run for these offices. I mean, if you're there for too long a time, I mean, people get tired.
But as I said, it does not really matter.
It doesn't really matter, but we are talking about a senatorial district, for instance, even if it's just 10 people. Occasionally, I mean, you can't dominate. You can't tell me that some people do not have the aspiration to contest for the office. I mean, you don't bully people, because in Nigeria, you get to a point, you become a big politician that nobody can question. Occasionally, but God has a way of, coming into issues like this and setting it straight. I think that's what happened here. So it's victory for Lawan, it's victory for Machina. I mean, it's okay with the ruling of the court. So I won't question that.
All right, so I would like to ask, is this the same case in Ebonyi South and Akwa Ibom Northwest? And if it is, when do state governors stop to abuse court processes?
Yeah, well, you see, the court is a place where sometimes the unexpected happens. So we must, and we are not we are not honorable judges, and we are not justices of these highly respected courts. So we shouldn't sit here and decide that because Machina won in Yobe, someone else will win in Akwa Ibom. A court of similar jurisdiction just ordered INEC to recognize Akwa Ibom in Akwa Ibom. And if you look at the scenario, you will have expected that it will go the way of Yobe. Why did it? For certain reasons that we may not, be in a position to understand. And that is why when the court gives rulings, I don't rush to analyze. You see, there are certain technicalities that might have happened in Akwa Ibom that didn't happen in Yobe. Or the argument of the cases. The judges see better. They know better as far as it is about interpreting the law. Talking about Ebonyi, you will also want to say Akpabio, Umahi, and Lawan all contested the presidency before going on to pick tickets of senatorial tickets of their party. So everything should follow in the same way. It may not be so. So having said that, governors abusing the process, well, it depends on how we look at it. There is nothing in our constitution that stops a governor from aspiring to be a senator. When we tell them, what else do you want to do? We are only being, we are looking at it from the aspect of morality. That's the truth. There is no legal inhibition on their way to aspiring. It is only when they aspire and seek to get the ticket in manners that are not in tandem with the law that we can say, come, must it be you by force?
Manners like just forging resignation. I said manners like forging resignations of letters from opponents.
That's what I mean. When you now begin to do that, you should now start listening to Lawa, this new Lawa now, who, issued the release saying, it is okay, I abide by this judgment. They must know that their own aspiration is not a full stop for other people's aspiration. Yeah, they are right to aspire. They have the freedom to. Others also have that freedom to. So if the people say, in spite of you having governed us for 8 years, we would like this other younger person to try in the Senate. Accept it, go home, and play grandfather.
All right, let's take our first caller from Ikotu. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you.
I want to contribute to this Makina and Lawa.
All right, please go ahead.
The issue is that according to the new electoral law, Akpabio has no problem because he did not contest. He withdrew from the presidential primary
election.
But Lawal contested and lost. So it's a different case. So Lawal now Lawal cannot contest and lose in the presidential primary and go back to contest for the Senate or any other position. So that is according to the new electoral law. So that Akpabio still have a chance because all of them that withdrew can still go and contest because it's another fresh primary for them.
All right, so thank you very much for your contribution.
Yeah,
all right,
I think we should quickly set the record straight. I don't know whether the last speaker is a lawyer, but the context of contesting an election is not about you standing up for people to be counted for. The moment you obtain the nomination
form, and
declaration of interest form, you are contesting the election. There is no difference between Lawa, who went all the way, and Akpabio, who addressed the delegates, had his name on the ballot, but only withdrew while the context was on. I don't think that's... but like I told you, there are technicalities we may not be able to understand. But I am just saying this so that we are national TV, we must balance the views. The Electoral Act is very clear, and we must understand what is the context of contesting in an election.
All right, Mr. Tony.
Well, okay, regarding, we keep testing our democracy. We keep discovering new things. And it's contributing to the growth of the nation. Last election, Nigerians witnessed a whole lot of abnormalities. Yes, a whole lot of abnormalities. And thank God we have the courts, to put all these things in proper perspectives. So if you feel like Machina here, if not for the court, he wouldn't be smiling today. Because I know Lawan tried all, within his powers to make sure he retains that ticket, but the court was there. And so all these processes, put in place to forestall issues like, to avoid, miscarriages of justice like this. I think it's better for us, and we keep evolving every day to avoid a situation where people who rightly win elections at the end of the day gets the ticket and gets sworn in.
All right, gentlemen, let's take our caller, Sahid from Sweden. Hello, Sahid. I guess we lost that caller. All right, let's quickly take a look at the concept of placeholder, considering the kind of politics we play here in Nigeria and the kind of litigation that may follow in the coming days. Should this be expunged?
No. I don't see any reason why it should be expunged. It's clear what a placeholder is and who is not. Who a placeholder is and who is not. It is only when we want to be... It is in Nigeria, like I do say, when Nigeria happens to you, you'll be shocked. But if you are used to it, you quickly take it. And when we want to do it our own way, we have a way of mixing things up. Who is a placeholder? We are yet to get an appropriate candidate, but to ensure that we don't miss out in the process, please, so person's name has been, and there are letters from that person that will follow your nomination. He writes that I've been chosen as a placeholder, and I agree to, step out for the eventual candidate. The process is clear. Then you submit all this to INEC. And when you eventually get your right candidate, it's just expected that you replace. Little or nothing is expected.
The confusion here is...
But when somebody is duly elected, and suddenly, because you find somebody you think is better, or you are induced for whatever reason, it's not only in the APC or PDP. Labour Party in Lagos State is going through the same thing. Almost all the candidates who earlier emerged were replaced, and they were declared placeholders by their party's national leadership, and they are in court now saying, no, we are not placeholders. We won elections. At what point did we become placeholders? So we create this confusion, the artificial confusions that we create intentionally when we are induced or want to change the game.
All right, gentlemen, we will definitely continue this conversation, but let's quickly go on a short break and we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
The federal government, through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, announces the availability of COVID-19 and childhood vaccines nationwide. With the disturbing increase in reported cases of COVID-19 infections across Nigeria, protect yourself and loved ones from the harmful virus by getting vaccinated. Visit the nearest public or private health facility and mass vaccination sites today to receive the first, second or booster doses of COVID-19 vaccines. COVID-19 vaccines are given to persons 18 years and above, including pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers, while childhood vaccines are given to children from birth to 5 years for protection against polio, hepatitis, yellow fever, measles, meningitis, and other vaccines-preventable diseases. All vaccines are free, safe and effective. For inquiries, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng or call 0700-220-1122.
This message is from NPHCDA in partnership with the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from MacArthur Foundation.
Hello, it's nice to see you again. It's a good day at First Fountain Court. You know we love sharing our progress with you and taking you every step of the way. The last time we were here, electricals, POPs were ongoing, and today a whole new level has been unlocked, and we are very excited because we are currently painting our homes, tidying our homes, and if you look right there is the utility home, fresh water, clean water, and at the top of this is a gym house. we're really excited. And if you haven't subscribed to First Fountain Home, now is the time. Call the numbers on your screen or visit our website.
Good afternoon, sir. Please, I need a room to rent in your house.
Okay, where do you work?
I'm the nurse.
That means you won't owe me rent. Congratulations, young lady. You have yourself a house.
Well, thank you so much, sir. So, how much is the rent?
90,000 naira. Oh, but wait, where are you from?
I am from Akamata.
Akamata what? Akamata in my house? If you know how you got into my house, please get out right away. My spirit and that of Akamata people don't have anything to do together.
Sir, what have I done?
Your people from Akamata are known for bad things. That is what they represent, and you can't live in my house. Just get out right away.
What's going on?
Leave my house, young lady. Yes, our differences extend to our languages, culture, food, and even belief. But we are bound together by the cord of love. With one heart, with one voice, we will make Nigeria a hub of greatness, a place where the people live as one.
This message is brought to you from the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from the UK government.
Welcome back and thank you for joining us. If you're just joining us, this is Journalist Hangout and I've been in the studio with Dari Odufowokon and Tony Nwaje. All right, let's move on. Another blow has been dealt on bandits in Zamfara State. Vigilante group in the state killed 31 bandits in Kanuma town of Mari local government area of the state. After Sunday's attack in which 3 persons were killed and 8 nursing mothers abducted, the bandits who were planning to return for another attack were confronted by vigilante group in Kanuma and those from surrounding villages after receiving intel about the intending attack. Gentlemen, just last Sunday, bandits attacked the same town where they killed 3 persons. Despite all efforts, it must be so overwhelming for Governor Bello Matawalle.
It's overwhelming for him. So, see, when governors are elected, first is security. Secure the lives and properties of the people. Life and property of the people. When you can no longer do that, I mean, I can be a governor, for instance, and I'm sleeping, and people I'm so pretending over are being slaughtered on a daily basis while I'm secured.
Is Governor Matawalle sleeping?
No, it's not, I'm building a case. Right. It's not about sleeping. They are not doing enough. It's not about sleeping. They are not doing enough. And if people are being slaughtered on a daily basis, then you're sleeping. It's simple. You're sleeping. You must show it. You must show it, and you must keep changing strategy to let the people know they're doing something. Because you can't, I mean, while government houses are secured fully, you can't even try it. How many policemen to a community? You go to some police stations outside the country, in communities and villages. You can count the number of policemen in each police station. They can't even secure a community. They can't secure a village. At times you see divisional police, police station. I mean, there are now up to 10 policemen there, including their DPO, and they are protecting like 3-4 villages. I mean, it's not possible. It's not possible. So if a governor is not, people are being killed on a daily basis, and you say, I'm trying. People I believe in empirical things. I want to see it, not by mouth. If it happens today, it happens tomorrow, on a regular basis. You're not doing enough. It's as simple as that. Practicability, people want to say it. If you're not doing, people don't know how to resign in Nigeria. It's as simple as that. In Senate climes, when people are being killed on a regular basis and somebody is supposed to be held responsible for it, you throw in the trial, and I'm done. I can't continue because people under me are dying, and I'm protected. It's not done. So if it's not doing enough, I mean, where I was going before was this. There's governors, I don't want to call their names. I've said many times, people should go fortify yourself, arm yourself. When the governor tells you that, what are you saying? Well, for instance, a police is posted to your area and he's saying, please, we cannot protect you. Start buying gun. It gives you an impression that you're not protected anymore. So that's what I'm saying. So if you cannot protect people as a governor, as a state, what are we doing? Then we need to change the strategy. It means there are certain things we're doing wrongly. We should stop doing it and get a correct solution, a correct strategy to solve this. A situation where, for instance, governors are meeting with bandits. You know them. They know you. You fraternize with them. And when you bring them in. After a while, you can definitely, they will go against you. You know this is a criminal, you're fraternizing with the person. And when they come killing people, you know them, we can't still get them.
All right.
Because there are certain things people have done together. We need to get this thing sorted so that people will talk. I'm so happy with the news because on a regular basis, the other way around, you hear bandit killing people. But today, when I hear that the people are taking, they're taking arms against bandits, it gives me joy. Because getting to that point in Nigeria.
All right, so just last Friday, terrorists also attacked a mosque in this same community, killing 11 worshippers and others. But Bello Tuji continues to say that the government is betraying his breach of trust.
Because he had an agreement with government. Government having an agreement with criminal. You see, I share my brother's obvious anger. He was angry when he was speaking. It's obvious. Who wouldn't be? Well, it's just that I want to look at it a bit differently. And it's from the perspective of what can the governors do in reality. In the real situation in Nigeria, let's be idealistic. Let's be realistic. The way our constitution is structured, the way our governance system organogram is, where the commissioner of police takes order from the IG and not from the governor. What can governor actually, rather than ask the governors to resign, we must first start from the restructuring we talk about. State police. If the governor has the whole police set up in his state under him, and this is happening, then we know how to go about it. I'm coming.
Time.
Well, it is not for the governors to decide about restructuring. We all know.
I know.
I don't support them. What I think they should do is what I've been saying before. The same way they fight, they argue for the control of political parties.
And resources.
The same way they ask for additional resources from the federal government. The same manner they gang up and say, all revenue, give us more. If they will gang up the same way and call for state police and call for restructuring where necessary, Nigeria will be a better place. When the issues are personal, they know how to fight for it. They know that with the current arrangement, there is little or nothing they can do to secure, and they call them chief security officer, on paper only. They know, but why are they not coming together, ganging up, strategizing together to force the federal government to cede more powers, to force the ruling party to restructure the system in a manner that their own job as chief security officers of their state will be better done. That is the angle I'm looking at. Look at it, for example, I was reading through and I saw that vigilantes killed 31 bandits in Zamfara. Tell me, they killed them with sticks and arrow?
No.
Then why are we deceiving ourselves? They were armed. They took out those bandits with real-time weapons. Are we going to try those vigilantes for owning those weapons? When they did the country so much good by wiping up these criminals? The answer is no. Then why aren't we encouraging other vigilante groups or security outfits in other parts of the country to take up arms against criminals? Why are we restricting this right
to fear,
to allow people to carry arms to the federal government, when it is obvious that we need to bring it down as low as the local government if we must secure our villages and towns?
All right, so if there are insinuations and allegations going round that there are some powerful individuals behind this banditry, how is this so hard to believe? Or rather, is this so hard to believe?
It's not hard to believe because it's statistics. It's quite obvious. It's clear. It didn't start today. It didn't start today, you know. Even the president's home state of Katsina, where the governor said people can take up arms, you know. and then we have it in all the states. The other day, the governor of Ondo State was calling for, that the federal government should allow states, for instance, just how to Amotekun. And because he's hearing that in Katsina, something like that is, has been, short right has been granted. I don't see anything big, too big. We don't need to get to that restructuring. We can do it bit by bit as, as situations like this unveils itself, ugly situations like this. So, but we can't wait. Something needs to give way. They're saying governors, we misuse it. It's the federal misusing it. Now, for instance, this pipeline contract that was given to a certain guy from Southwest, you're fortifying him. You're telling him, go ahead, buy arms. You're telling an individual to buy arms to protect our pipelines. Because when you grant him such an opportunity, right, you allow him to go ahead, buy anything you want, just protect it.
On us later,
yes, so what are we going to do?
And
So that is what I'm saying, and you cannot allow a state to do so. You don't get. That is what I'm saying. You can't allow a state, but just an individual who can turn tomorrow because can't take those arms away from him.
Of course.
So you see where we're making a mistake here. Yeah. And we're seeing it, and we still don't want to do it the right thing.
All right, let's quickly take Joseph from Lagos. Hello, Joseph. All right, Dari, let me have it.
Yeah, I was going to quickly. You see, I was opportune to be aware of something. It has to do with this. We have some local government chairman here in Lagos feels that a certain security outfit should not be because you don't allow individuals to have access to such thing. They feel that, this thing you want to do is good, but come through us as a government. I agree with them because there must be control. One, when you allow an individual to control people who carry arms, their loyalty is to him.
Absolutely.
And not to the government, not to the local government, and not to the community even. It's to that individual who controls them. Secondly, what happens when such a person, even due to old age or whatever, passes on? Who controls the setting? But government is continuous. When it is a government, the control continues in the hand of whoever is in charge. So we must understand that when we say, let us harm militias or vigilantes or security outfits, it is not for the interest of individuals, but collective interest. We can look at it and say, this is our security outfit. Approved by government, unnecessary agencies having a hand in it, and then we can, it's closer to the people. That is what happened in Zamfara. Those vigilante people knew. They had intelligence, according to the report, that those guys were coming back. They called others from neighboring towns and villages. They came together, confronted these bandits, and I tell you, the message will not be lost on the bandits that, these people are gradually waking up to what needs to be done. That is if government, be it federal or state, do not rise tomorrow and say, you were wrong to have armed yourself. We must understand that times are changing. We must change tactics. Like Tony said, we must change strategies. Allow these people to carry arms when necessary. Right. So, because bandits are carrying the same arm illegally, and we are running after them.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for your perspective on this topic so far. Let's get to the final lap of our program. On Wednesday, campaigns for the 2023 elections kicked off, and the main opposition, People's Democratic Party, PDP, marked it in style. The party inaugurated its 600-member campaign council for the elections in Abuja, where the chairman and governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, urged members to take the presidential campaign to their wards and units. Meanwhile, 5 governors in the camp of Nyesom Wike of Rivers State, including Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, Samuel Ortom of Benue State, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State, and Okeze Ikpeazu of Abia State, boycotted the inauguration. Let's quickly hear from some PDP chieftains at the event.
Our plans for Nigeria and Nigerians are as follows: to restore Nigeria's unity through equity, social justice, mutual collaboration and consensus among our diverse peoples, to build a strong and effective democratic government where the safety and security of our people and their property is our primary and singularly most important responsibility.
This party, the PDP, is the only party that is competing very strongly in every one of the 6 geopolitical zones of this country. All other political parties are either situated in 1 or 2, and they are losing grounds everywhere.
All of us are going to hit the ground running, and we shall work collectively as a family and expeditiously to ensure the victory of our party. The party of the PDP, and indeed its candidate, is the party to beat in this election.
All right, so another high point of the event was the unveiling of 3 books, like a memoir for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. But then Atiku will be going into the campaign with a divided house. How messier can this get?
The way it's going now, I think it's proceeding. It's proceeding already. Yeah, it's calling the bluff of those other faction or governors led by River State Governor. He has moved on based on what I'm seeing. He's kicked off the campaign yesterday, and some governors boycotted it. He sent some message that we're not part of it. He has made effort in the past. You've seen Wike himself sent delegation, trying to see how he can assuage, the feelings and bring everybody on board before the campaign proper kicked off yesterday. So I think he has moved on, and because of course they can't wait forever. But I think as moving on doesn't mean reconciliation effort is stopped. I think maybe there are certain things going on underneath, and he still need all those people though. He still needs a governor for Oyo State, governor of Abia State, Oyo State, Seyi Makinde. Okezekwe of Abia State, Nyesom Wike of Rivers. Ugwai, this governor of Enugu State, he was in Enugu 2 days ago, and the governor didn't come yesterday. So I can't actually tell what's going on. But in politics, anything can happen the next second. Yes. So I believe there are still certain things could be done, but I wish them well.
All right, Dari, before I come to you, please, let's quickly pay some bills. I'll be right back.
Good afternoon, Oga. Now you be the landlord.
Yes, Nami.
Oga landlord, me go need 1 room for this your house, so.
Okay, sure you get work where you do.
Yes, I be nurse.
You know go they owe me be that now.
Now how much be your rent, safe?
Not just 90,000 naira. Wait, this guy, where you come from, Sef?
Oga, I come from Akamata.
Akamata? No talk am again. My spirit and Akamata people know they ever join.
Oga, wetin happen now?
Come over for my compound. Na so baba thing na people sabi do for that Akamata. Come over here.
Haba, Papa, wetin this innocent girl do you now? Now people like you, they spoil Nigeria, Papa.
I think you don't see him now. My people, they talk, say jollof rice, we dey for bottom pot today. Go dey top of cooler tomorrow. As I take need you now, so you self need me. Because now one mama we get, we be Nigeria. Make we love ourselves. Because now only together we go fit to make our country better for us and our children them. One heart plus one love equals better Nigeria. Now the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from the UK government, they bring in this message.
Hello, it's nice to see you again. It's a good day at First Fountain Court. You know we love sharing our progress with you and taking you every step of the way. The last time we were here, electricals, POPs were ongoing, and today a whole new level has been unlocked, and we are very excited because we are currently painting our homes, tiling our homes, and if you look right there is the utility home, fresh water, clean water, and at the top of this is a gym house. We are really excited, and if you haven't subscribed to First Fountain Home, now is the time. Call the numbers on your screen or visit our website.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Before we went on that break, we're taking a look at the inauguration of PDP Campaign Council in Abuja and the boycott by some governors. Dari, so can Atiku do without these governors? And do you see a reconciliation maybe in the coming days?
Well, obviously, the first question, can Atiku do without the government? The answer is no. Doing without them means being ready to pay a huge electoral price. Reconciliation, the answer is hazy. It's becoming very hazy that Atiku can be reconciled to Wike and Co. It is possible he finds a way of luring one through individuals away, but still getting the support of that bloc is becoming more, I'm not saying impossible, hazy. And why? Because I think everything that ought to be done are now done. I read a piece somewhere and the title was, "What does Governor Wike really wants?" And I think that's the question on all lips now. What exactly? I think the issues are deeper than we can see. Wike is not a small fry in politics. And he's somebody who has been very consistent in his support for the PDP. Give it to him. When they were all leaving, he stayed. And everywhere, beyond the state, it was Wike who went to Cross Rivers. When the governor decamped to APC, he went there and ensured that the party in Cross River State is standing. And today, the party is as strong as ever. It was the same Wike who was in Edo. When the PDP, they were having issues, and he ensured that he got a sitting governor to join, strengthened the party. It was Wike who was in Nasarawa to give the party bite when it became necessary. I mean, for someone who did all this, I'm not going to be in a hurry to join people to say he's been selfish or whatever. No. And again,
I would like to ask if all of this is enough to jettison the success of your party.
He has not jettisoned. Don't forget that Wike also has a governorship candidate, PDP, to deliver. People should look beyond what the surface gives.
Let's quickly take Ade from London, please. Hello, Ade.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. I want to advise PDP that the presidency is for the South. The North has had 8 years. It's now the turn of the South. My advice to Nigeria is that let all Nigeria be obedient. Obedient, obedient, obedient.
All right. Thank you very much, Ade. All right, let me allow you.
You understand? We must look beyond the surface. And then look at what is demands. They are not personal. This has to do with, somebody just mentioned one. The zoning. Recall Wike's agitation that power should rotate. Most of these people in his group were advocates of power rotating to the south. Somehow, due to the politics of the party, they lost out. They went to the primaries believing that we can democratically make this thing happen. Wike was their candidate. And then he lost. So obviously they still carried that issue of it should have come to the south. Now beyond that is the issue of party politics itself. What happens if Atiku, decide to ignore Wike and Co? Let me give you the breakdown of what will happen.
All right.
In the southeast, PDP there are 5 states. APC, PDP, ABGA are sharing the states. APC 2, Imo Ebonyi. ABGA 1, Anambra. PDP 2, Abia, Enugu. With the scenario now, the 2 governors of the PDP in the southeast are not with Atiku, meaning Atiku does not have such support in the southeast. And southeast used to be a base where he gets good votes. If you move away from there, come to the southwest. The only PDP governor in the southwest is Seyi Makinde. And that's the man. The implication is that the much required rallying point that a governor offers, or a governor or governors offer in a zone is lacking in 2 zones. Same goes to the south-south, where you have Wike, a very strong contender. Yes, you can talk about Akwa Ibom, Delta, and Edo remaining with Atiku. It's fine. But we all understand that Wike has been a governor that carries a lot of influences. His influence in Edo, no one overrule it. You can see the tussle between Dan Obi and Governor Obaseki. It is Wike's influence behind Obi. And then you go to Cross River. He is the one holding the party.
Right. Now,
so he cannot afford to ignore such a group. That's the truth.
Having this analysis at the back of our minds, Tony, the Southwest youth leaders have dissociated from this call for Ayush removal. How funny is this?
Who dissociated?
The Southwest youth leaders.
Southwest youth leaders dissociated from... but you know now. The fact is that really, I think we still need to reconcile, really, I mean really encapsulate with Wike.
But that means Ayu has to go.
Ayu may not go. They may need to see. That what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this: Wike wants Ayu to go. 2 days ago, there was this rumor flying around that Governor of Benue State he has, left Wike camp. But later in the evening, he said, no, I didn't leave Wike's camp. I only said, I'm not in support of the national chairman going. So that's what I'm saying. That at the end of the day, the chairman may still stay, but they still need to listen to Wike. There are certain things the chairman did that doesn't go well with the growth of the party. And I think that's where the...
So this is more about ego?
Yeah, more about ego and more about... No, not really about ego. It's about the development of that party. If you watch, just as he said, just as Dari said, Wike stood for PDP. When Modu Sharif came, all of them, even Atiku, let's say it, let's have the fact, because we're all here. Nobody wasn't around. He was the one fighting, making sure that party still remained one. So all of you, he's the governor, but then he can still listen. He has that strength. You can't take that away from him. You can't take, for somebody to hold 5 governors down, it's not easy. A fellow governor holding other 4 governors down, say, please don't go. And they are holding down for him. They've been doing that for some time. That tells you, that gives you an idea of his strength. And look at the way he went for the party primaries. Well, what thought it was a joke? He almost defeated Atiku, even for Tambuwa. Okay. So it tells you that he has that strength that, undermine him at your own peril. And Atiku knows that. Right. And that's why he's making effort. But as I said earlier, I see them at the end of the day, there must be reconciliation.
All right.
Otherwise, I don't see the party.
In 30 seconds, your final take on this.
Reconciliation, if it comes, it's in the interest of both Atiku and the PDP. But if it doesn't come, and Wike is allowed to stay on his own, 2023 is going to be a Herculean task for...
all right, thank you very much, Mr. Dario Dufoko, for coming on the program. Thank you very much, Mr. Tony Waje, for sharing your perspective on the show. Thank you very much, and thank you very much out there for watching. That's all on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeats broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. ShopX TV is excited to have reached 40,000 customers, and to celebrate this milestone, we are offering our customers 40% off on select Copper Chef collections. What if you can replace your cookware with a collection of the finest pans, designed and made of the highest quality craftsmanship? And what if your entire cookware set is built using ceramic tech, a new generation of healthy ceramic non-stick technology, meaning nothing will stick to your pan? ShopX TV is proud to bring you a unique selection of Copper Chef collections to transform your kitchen experience. First, the Triple Combo. This amazing collection normally retails for 99,000 Naira, but place your order now and get it for just 59,400 Naira. Amazing!
You need to have this. Non-stick, non-toxic, circulate heat evenly around. This is the new generation.
This is the new generation
in cooking.
Yeah, this is perfect for every home, for everybody cooking. This is perfect. But wait, why not upgrade your kitchen with our Dream Collection? This incredible ShopEx offer includes the amazing Wonder Cooker, 2 extra large pans, 2 standard pans, 1 square frying pan, 1 round frying pan, 6 tempered glass lids, 2 standard deep fry baskets, 2 extra large deep fry baskets, 2 steamer racks, 1 copper crisper basket, 8 recommended non-stick spoons, and 2 award-winning Eric Thies recipe books. You could be paying over 500,000 naira for a collection of pans that are not even non-stick. But call the number on your screen now and get the Dream Collection for not 500,000 naira, but for just 180,136 naira. Amazing! And we're still not done. Why not upgrade and go all out with the ultimate collection? This incredible collection includes the amazing Wonder Cooker, 1 butcher knife, 1 Titan peeler, 3 extra large pans, 2 standard pans, 1 square frying pan, 1 round frying pan, 6 tempered glass lids, 2 standard deep fry baskets, 2 extra large deep fry baskets, 3 steamer racks, 1 copper crisper basket, 8 recommended non-stick spoons, and 2 award-winning Eric Thies recipe books. You could normally
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Every major news story is with many perspectives and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did this happen? We will be right there.
At TVC News, we follow the big and major news, gathering the facts, witnessing the outcome.
I am here live at the aftermath of the approval of the new national minimum wage.
We are TV Station of the Year, not just for breaking news, but for being first, fair and accurate. TVC News, first with breaking news.
With all the health advice out there, it's almost impossible to make sense of all the noise. BBC Life Clinic aims to sift through the noise, hullabaloo and clatter, so the experts can be heard. BBC Life Clinic.
Our planet, our home, threatened by man's activities with fears of mass extinction on the rise. On Green Angle, we examine the issues that affect our environment, seek solutions to put us on track to secure and restore a cleaner and greener world for generations to come.
Hello and thanks for joining us on TVC News this hour. Ahead of the next year's general election, the presidential candidates and their political parties have signed their first peace accord at the International Conference Center in Abuja. This event was put together to ensure that candidates and political parties commit to the conduct of a free, fair and violence-free election. Some of the candidates in attendance are Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, Vice Presidential Candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Kashim Shettima, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. The Sultan of Sokoto, members of the organized private sector and the civil society also attended the event. The core mandate of the National Peace Committee is to observe and monitor compliance with the accord signed by political parties during elections. And the All Progressives Congress has disclaimed a letter purportedly written by the party's national chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, to its presidential candidate, Bola Tinubu. A statement by the APC National Publicity Secretary, Felix Moka, disclosed that a draft letter which allegedly expressed dissatisfaction with composition of the party's presidential campaign council did not emanate from the party or its chairman. Mr. Moka insists the national chairman and presidential candidate